Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video just our guy on the internet, and welcome back to another update for my Mount Massive Asylum Minecraft map. It has been a while since the last update as always, and that is just due to the fact that this series, I only upload videos for it every time I feel like there is enough progress in actually, to warrant actually making a video on it. And so yeah, we got a nice sunrise going there, and so this is it. So first thing you're going to notice is this courtyard right here. Now I did say in the last video that I thought I would have this done by the next update, and it turns out that I didn't, since this is a pretty complicated area as it turns out. Not only do you have a lot of curves, but it's also sloped at the same time. And so that is going to be something for long term, but I do have the gates here as you can see. And so this whole area is kind of starting to look pretty good, and the building as a whole looks a lot better, in fact. So there's been a lot of new developments, and also a lot of just small tweaks here and there, some fixes. And so you'll probably notice that here for the administration block, for example, these arches here have now been filled in, so it looks a lot better than what it did in the last video. So you're going to see a lot of that, just a lot of small fixes here and there, and some other small details. For example, you do have this lamppost, so I finally took the time to put that in, and just some other details here and there you'll notice. But the actual building, the exterior at least, is pretty much coming to a close, so there's not much left for that. So there you see a little bit of the interior, which I think we're going to head into next. First, you do have the porch here, so yeah, more details. So yeah, the arches, lights, and even took the time to put in that actual sign, as well as that intercom there. And so yeah, this area looks a little bit better. Heading inside, you're not going to notice a whole lot right away. But oh yeah, I do have to fix that chandelier, because I only now just noticed that the chandeliers aren't actually the exact same. So I have to go back and yeah, fix that. But as for yeah, the rooms here, so yeah, there's an example of a restroom, but most of the actual rooms in the administration block are also coming to a close. As you can see, most of this has been pretty much been built up. And so I would say maybe like 95% of all rooms are done. Now, when I say done, that just means just, you know, walls, floors, ceilings, doors, windows, lights, just stuff like that, as you can see. So yeah, this I consider, I guess, pretty much done, except I am missing a ventilation shaft. So yeah, signs there, and yeah, restrooms, even took the time to put in the stalls with the toilets. So it looks really good. And so yeah, just more rooms here. And yeah, that leads back out to the parking lot. Security room, okay, so yeah, just have to put the stuff in here. And even these rooms, so I have the fireplaces in here. So I think I have the fireplaces in all of the rooms in the admin block. And so yeah, more signs, not just for the rooms, but also I do have exit signs. And so that leads to the female ward. We'll take a look at that later. And so, yeah, more exit signs. And, oh, yeah, I have to fix that since that's a little awkward looking. And so we do have the staircases here. So, yeah, staircases look nice, except, oh, yeah, I do have to work on the basement there. But the rest of the staircase is done. In fact, I have worked on them in the wards, and also the actual basements, but yeah, this I do need to finish. So yeah, for the upper 2 floors, or 3 floors with the 2 staircases, that's done. And then going to the left-hand side, so yeah, more rooms here, so yeah, pretty much looking really good. Oh yeah, I forgot to put in the toilets there. How to make a note of that. But yeah, just more rooms here, so yeah, this is pretty much done, and yeah, that goes to the male ward there. And so, but before we go to the male ward, I do want to kind of wrap up the administration block here. Although there really isn't that much to see. It's just a lot of just details being added. And so yeah, I do have to add furniture. So yeah, there you can see a bookcase, and that's there because I have been working on some of the bookcases in this room here, in this library. And so it gives a little bit of a hint as to what that's going to look like completed. And so yeah, more restrooms. Yep, so you've been seeing a lot of these, as well as rooms that you aren't really meant to access in the game. So like, A205, for example, here. You've seen this before. And let's see. Oh yeah, vents. Okay, so yeah, vents are also something new. I can see this vent here is very big. It's 2 by 2 blocks wide, which means you're actually able to go inside of it. Since the other vents that are visible are only 1 block wide, and so you're not able to really go inside of them. But these ones you are, just like in the actual game. And so you can see I have cut out some holes where the vents will go. And so yeah, you have still needs to put in the actual vents themselves, but it does give an idea as to what that will look like in the not so distant future. So yeah, more rooms, A225. Yeah, you can see I do have plants in here. So again, just some hints of furniture. And so, yeah, that goes to the female ward. And now going on to the other side. And yeah, that goes to the recreation hall. And actually, wait, I don't think I've ever shown A210, have I? I totally do not remember, but if I haven't, that's what it looks like there. But this you've seen before. Just some more details have been added here, although I don't think really too much, since this area is already looking pretty good. And yeah, there you can look outside, yep, towards the courtyard and the other sections. So yeah, there's the male ward, for example. And so yeah, not really a whole lot to see. So we're going to go on to the third floor here. And yeah, so more details, more fireplaces, for instance, but also I've kind of fixed up the arches. So I've added stairs and slabs, and so it now looks like an actual arch there. And I think that's about it. Yeah, I have added some extra lights here and there that aren't actually in the game, but without them, this map just looks really dark. And so, I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, so again, just more details here, like this room, I've added the ventilation ducts in, for example. And also in this room, yeah, so I've opened up this room. I'm just going to base it off of the room that's across from here, across in the cafeteria here. And yeah, there you can look outside, so. And going to here, yep, so this is the showers. Although one of these stalls does have a toilet there, as you can see, yep. So all the showers are here. And so yeah, it doesn't look too bad here. Yeah, here's the other rec room. And yeah, I think that's it for the administration block. So now we're going to head to the female ward. And so just like the administration block, it's just been more details pretty much. And okay, so yeah, I do have curtains here. I'm not sure how I feel about that because while those are not completely accurate, I think it looks a little better actually, having the curtains there. And another new development has been staircases. So I do have staircases now. You can see that they're 5 blocks wide instead of 3, which I was planning. So it looks actually a little better here. And so yeah, they have all been added. And of course you also have windows. So yeah, that right there, that's the only part of the window where you're able to look outside, since the windows on the inside and outside do not actually line up that well. And yeah, I even took the time to put in some of the details here for the flooring. And yeah, also light fixtures here. So yeah, only one of those staircases has that light fixture Oh yeah, and same for up there. But again, it just looks way too dark without having light there. And yeah, speaking of lights, you can see I have kind of worked on that as well here. So instead of the lights being on the floor, which it is still in some places, in many of the places it's now on the actual ceiling. So yeah, in this room, for example, it's here, so looks a lot better now. And so yeah, that's just the second floor. So yeah, again, you have the staircase here, and going on up to the third floor here. So yeah, more arches, yep. And I think that's about it. Not really a whole lot to see. So yeah, just more staircases. And yeah, more of the wards here with the dormitories. And going on to the back, so we have another staircase here. So yeah, like I said, all the staircases are in place. They're all finished. And I think that's going to be it for the female ward. So yeah, here's the back of the female ward. You haven't seen this in quite some time. But here we do have the hospital, which has been one of the major developments since the last update. So you do have the side entrance here, and that's the front of the hospital. And here's just kind of that side. So yeah, it doesn't look very interesting, but I'm not really sure how that's really supposed to look. At least the area of the crematorium. Right over here, this is actually what it does look like. So I know probably some of you might have wanted to see what the hospital looks like at the back and sides. This is what it actually looks like. And it's not that different compared to the prison block and wards. It's just that it's 2 floors tall instead of 3. And there you can see the secondary vocational block, which has been another development. We're going to take a look at that later. Right now, I do want to take a look at the recreation area here, since I have gotten some pretty good progress on that. So yeah, we got the guard tower there, finally, the guard post. But I've also kind of fixed up some stuff, so I've added in all of the fencing, I've added in lights, and just more detail overall. And so it now looks a lot more complete. And so here's the front of the hospital, so it looks pretty nice. Although I still do have to, still work on it. It's not completely finished. The exterior as well as the interior as well. But so far, I don't think it looks too bad. And so, actually, let's take a look at this balcony here. So yeah, this is one of the balconies that's complete. And you actually can see the towers from here. So the towers of the administration block there. So looks really cool. And you even have this kind of underground tunnel here, this passage. Still kind of need to work on it, of course. But this goes up to the recreation area. Kind of the, again, the prison yard. And so this is what it looks like from the actual inside here. Well, not really inside because we're outside, but just inside the walls. And yeah, just gonna kind of set it to the daytime since it's a little dark right now, just so you can see this a little bit better. And yeah, so again, I don't think it looks too bad here. A lot of detail. And so, oh yeah, I've also added in kind of those supports there that kind of hold up the walkways, which are actually there. So I've took the time to put those in. So yeah, more lights here, which again, also I've added. And so yeah, there's the actual kind of other guard post there, kind of tower. Secondary entrance to the prison block. Yep, not a whole lot to really see there. And so I think that's going to be it for the recreation area. And yeah, there's a view of the hospital from inside this office here. So now heading inside the prison block, there's not really a whole lot to see up here, at least. Haven't really been working on this area up here too much. Although I have added in some detail, of course. And going down here, so yeah, staircase, and there is some furniture going on in this room. And kind of going towards the front here. And so yeah, you have restrooms here. And so going down the floor, we have the main entrance here, which is up here, but it's also down here, which, yeah, this is supposed to be down here. So this area right here is basically just a copy of the area that's right above us. And so, yeah, it doesn't look too bad here. So yeah, just more details. Yeah, I took the time to put in all the signs, so all the signs should be in place now, even on these staircases here. So that looks pretty good. And again, just like in the wards, the staircases are done. And over here we have those holding cells. Not a whole lot to really see at the moment. Again, this will look a lot better in the future. And right over here is this corridor that connects the prison block to the actual administration block. So you can see that this connects to the third floor, although there really isn't an actual connection to be seen, since right at the end of this hallway is just a wall. So that's where this leads to. And so heading on to the other side here, which you've seen before. Again, there's just been more detail added since the last update. And so this goes to the male ward and vocational blocks. And so another staircase. And this goes down to C block. So yeah, the solitary confinement cells. And so going to the back here, we have more holding cells. I still have to add them in here. Yeah, I'm just going to base it off of the area that's up here, which is the only one you can access on this side. So I'm probably just going to do that. And that's kind of what I think this area is. It's just more holding cells. And so I think that does it for the prison block. And from here, we can actually head into the drying ground, since this area is kind of connected. So the structure here in the drying ground. And so, yeah, just, more detail, especially on the ceiling. I still kind of have to work on that wiring there, but it already looks pretty good, especially with the lighting in here as well. Yes, still have to work on the area right below. And going into the drying ground. So here you can see a new structure. This is part of that electric substation kind of area. And so yeah, a lot of detail. This did take a while to build, but I don't think it looks too bad, the end product here. Might still make a few changes here and there, of course, but I don't think it looks too bad there. And of course, we have the vocational block, one of two vocational blocks, of course. Not a whole lot of changes, really. But then going through here, actually, I think this area is also new. Down here, at least, yeah. So I've worked on this area a little bit more. And it does look pretty sparse, but that's actually how it's supposed to look, because other than the stuff I've got in here, it's just like junk, pretty much. So like cardboard boxes and stuff like that. But also, as I've mentioned, we do have the other vocational block there, as well as the water tower as well, and even got the little pool of water there. I forgot what it's called. It's like a drainage ditch, but we do have the secondary vocational block in place, and it looks a lot like the main vocational block. And you can see that we are really in the back here now. We're all the way at the back here. And here's the main entrance. So giving you a little peek at what that looks like. I'm not sure if I really want to show that off, since I might got some fun stuff for that plan, some Easter eggs, some references. So I might just kind of put some secret stuff in there that I will not show in videos, and you're actually going to have to download the map in order to find out what's inside of here. And so this goes into this this hallway here, this hallway structure in the drying ground. So this all kind of just links up. And I think it's really cool how you can like look out of these windows and see the actual structures. So that's something I was waiting for on a very long time, is to just get everything in place so you can look out these windows. And so yeah, and I even got the this fence here. That's actually here, and that's the reason why one of those structures at the front of the vocational block, one of them is missing. But here's the actual pool here, pool water, which I still kind of have to work on there. We also have this other structure here, which links the water tower to the secondary vocational block, which is a lot like the other hallway structure. And so this is the water tower. Yeah, I still need to work on this, especially the interior. And so yeah, I don't think it looks too bad. It does look pretty chunky, but I don't think it really looks too bad overall. And yeah, so that's pretty much it, I would say. And then now we're kind of going towards the mail ward. And so, oh yeah, I have filled in these windows here. So originally I had only one block of glass, but now I have the 2 layers, which looks a little bit better in my opinion. And so yeah, it's also really cool how you can look out these windows and see, the different parts of the complex. So there you can see the drying ground and vocational blocks. And yeah, this leads into the prison block. So yeah, and there you can see the courtyard. So you have the administration block and mail ward, and also a little bit of the prison block there. And actually, speaking of which, I did make a little bit of a change here. So instead of having a full block, I have a slab here for the actual ground here. And that also kind of helps with the staircase here. So it's supposed to be a little bit taller. And here's the courtyard. So you can see I finally kind of worked out a walkway here. So now all of the stone walkways are done. And I even took the time to put in these little things right here. You can use them as hiding places. I'm not totally sure what they really are, but they're there. And for the gazebo, I did kind of fix up the wood planking, so it looks a little bit more realistic. And I think that's pretty much it for that. Yeah. Oh, I did also add in some details here. The little covers over the doors. And you also probably notice the trees. And also the shed here. Yeah, I kind of worked on it a little bit more. And so, actually heading inside the mail ward, this is the connection that leads to the prison block and vocational block. And I also did kind of fix this up a little bit as well. I kind of made it a little bit more wider. So I had it like 3 wide like this. I kind of made it bigger. And so yeah, just like the female ward, you have your staircases here. They look pretty much the exact same. And so you can also look out towards the courtyard there. Let's just set that to day again. Yep, so there you go. And so you got your, same lights and everything. Okay, so yeah. Kind of open this up a little bit more. I'm not totally sure how I'm going to do that. Still haven't really figured it out. And so, main staircase, yeah, fire extinguisher there. And so the staircases are done in the mail ward as well, even down to the basement level there. Yep. So that looks pretty good. So yeah, this is pretty much almost done here. And yeah, the actual elevator here, which I've also worked on. So I do have a command block, so I do kind of plan on making this actually functional. And you have the emergency hatch there. And so yeah, more wards, more dormitories down here, more arches as well. And this is now the back of the male ward. Even more staircases here. More wards. And, oh yeah, got this pipe here. So that's going to be something I'm going to be focusing a little bit more on in the future. And there's our final staircase there. And at this point, we're heading back towards the administration block. And I also did kind of fix this area up as well. It's now only 3 wide instead of 5, since it's supposed to be a little bit more narrow. And so we got our hallways here. Down here on the first floor, yep, so this is the ground floor of the male ward. I don't think I've shown this before, but this is an area that's also been in development. And so this is the main entrance here. And I think that's going to be it, since this video is already starting to get pretty long. So I'm going to take you back to the beginning here. And yeah, guys, so that's going to be it for this update. I hope you enjoyed. And so yeah, I will be back for another update as always. That's probably going to be sometime next year, probably in either winter, maybe even spring. But let me know what you guys thought, and if you have any suggestions, please do leave them in the comment section below. And so I don't have anything else to say, and so I'm gonna leave it there. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll be back with another video in the future. So until then, goodbye for now, everyone.